hello, folks. Welcome back to Loving's Guitar, where I like to talk about guitars and how they move me. Today, like most other days, I'm moved by just the fact of just merely waking up and being able to breathe, have another drink of water, that is. Okay, so today, blessed am I that I can play something that looks like an S style. And it doesn't have a fancy name on it like Fender or Blender or something like that. But sad. It's still sad because the ramifications of all this disturbance that Fender has imposed upon all our lives is this emotional disconnect. And I'm sure you've been hearing this from me being said since Fender went its hairy way. But now news is out, like I've mentioned in my last video, that Thomann now has entered into the ring of controversy, the drama that is the Fender cease and desist. That's soap drama, and someone's going to get it all washed up. Or I don't know where it's going to go, but you know what? There's going to be a story to be told at the end of this, and because the story is actually being created as we are talking about this. I'm sure people all over the neck of the woods in various parts of the world, nooks and crannies, that is, people are having these discussions, and they're talking amongst themselves about what Fender has done. Nah, that doesn't work. The analogy doesn't work. In music is a way that we are not forced, but encouraged to showcase our emotions, or at least we are given leeway. We are given an excuse, basically. It's like, oh yeah, yeah. When he sings that song, he usually tears up. And but that's what the beauty of the music can do for us, and such is the connection that musicians have towards certain things. And in music and songwriting, sensitivities rule the day. So you take someone's sunshine away, you have a song. If there's too many clouds in the sky, that's a song right there. If uh, someone takes your girlfriend away, that's right, my boyfriend's back. Well, anything, all that kind of stuff. There's a song about it, and guess what? There's gonna be various songs about this. Or people's interpretations. It'll the words have changed. It'll be about, I don't know, Louise, and Louise, and basically Louise does everything that Fender just did to everyone else. But I'm saying that if by chance you have been affected by this ordeal, well, I have something that might cheer you up, and I think now I'm in a better mood now. Like today, I'm totally in a way better mood than I was, last few days, or maybe maybe 2 weeks now. Like ever since, Fender dropped that bomb, and I'm not really a big Fender head, but I'm like lamenting for all of you folks. And does it count that? I mean, I have a Squire 6. Does that count? And I do play it a lot. I love that. It's kind of like a transition between a bass and a guitar, but it's not either. I don't know. It doesn't feel like a baritone. But it feels something different. I don't know what it is. You folks know better than me. What do I know? I'm just a guy who plucks strings. But here's the thing that I found out that was extra special that this week I found, which kind of rewarded me. Like one of the things would be like, all right, so then, now that Thomann has gotten into the ring about the fight, and now that Thomann is now suing Fender, and it's not a monetary thing. I mean, wow, it's an integrity thing. I think that they're spelling it out. We'll see what happens. Either way this turns out, it's going to be ugly, and it may be pretty. But either way, it's going to be pretty ugly. I think either way, it might be pretty, and well, it's just going to be pretty ugly. Because in the end, all of this didn't serve anyone anything. It did serve papers to a lot of people. Lawyers are going to make money. So, well, now that Tolman is into it, it's not like I'm rooting for Tolman. I'm rooting for the right thing to do, the right thing to happen. And I have to be honest with you, with my experience is with either Fender or Tolman. I have my mixed feelings for either one of them. Both of them have met my objectives. How about that? For years, I was okay with Fender, and for decades actually. And there's one of my old Fender amps. That's a 68 Showman, I think. I think it's a 68 Showman. And that was when I played years ago in the 80s. I mostly played with two amps. So that would be my clean amp, which is a great dirty brown clean. And then I would play with my Marshall. That was my dirt amp, obviously. And both my cabinets had 25-watt Celestians. But anyway, long story short, this is about Fender. And I still play a few Fender products. But now that Fender represents what it does right now, it's kind of hard for me to justify actually getting something else from Fender. Only because, everything matters to me. I'm one of those folks. I'm a sensitive MF, and that's what I use that power, or that superpower of being sensitive, I should say, to as an asset, and use it in my guitar playing, in my ability to communicate or communicate poorly. Anyway, so where are we now left on this saga? Well, the saga continues. It's a drama, if you haven't heard about it. And there's other channels which might keep you better informed. Like Know Your Gear, Phil McKnight, KDH, all the other cats who are way smarter than me and have been on YouTube way longer. They definitely have way bigger subscribers than I. Actually, how tall are my subscribers? Are they tiny? I don't know. Little tiny audience, little 3-foot people. How sweet. I love you people. Thank you for subscribing. All sub 1,000. Alrighty, folks. See you the next time I get all choked up. Be nice to each other. All right. I'm counting on you, all of you folks, to be nice to each other. Set an example for everyone.